Greetings of peace. My name is Ra Imhotep, broadcasting on behalf of 13signsastrology.com. That's the number 13, signs plural, astrology.com. I'm broadcasting this video to put out a little information in regards to smoking the good weed, the good ganja as they call it. Some people call it loud, kush, all these different names that we have for this marvelous drug that grows naturally and is produced naturally by the earth. What are my views as far as smoking weed to connect back to the divine? I get this question a whole lot because I deal with a lot of third eye meditations and rituals, and a lot of people want to know, can I smoke weed and still have an open third eye? And I will answer that question by first giving a little bit of background in my histories of smoking weed myself, because I was definitely a serious weed smoker at one point. I mean, you couldn't tell me it was anything wrong with this. You couldn't tell me that it was bad for me. I loved smoking weed. I looked forward to smoking weed. And I just loved being high, period, because I just was really like tired of the bullshit in the matrix. And I really wanted to just get away from this whole thing. So for me, I spent years in my adult life smoking weed, and I also spent years in my teenage life smoking weed. And I found out the reason why I was doing this is because of my, I have a strong Neptune in my chart. Neptune is very strong in my astrological chart. And for those of you that are trying to figure out why you have such a attraction to just trying to escape and to get away from the everyday life of the matrix, you probably have a strong Neptune too. And if you want to find out more about your Neptune, I would suggest that you get a natal reading, and that would definitely walk you into information in regards to your Neptune and other factors. But getting back on the point, yeah, I had a strong Neptune, so I mean, I was just really like man, like just done with the matrix. I mean, and I just really wanted to get away, so I began to smoke weed, and I really benefited from it. But as I began to like really do my research, and just based on my experiences and coupled with all of those things, I really started to see that weed, it really took a counter effect on my body. And I think mainly because it took an adverse effect on my body, and I think mainly because the weed that's over here in the Western Hemisphere, specifically in the United States, for one thing, it's not natural. It's not, like, most of it is grown and produced in controlled environments and factories. And I've seen many documentaries on this. They do a lot of stuff to this drug or whatever. I mean, I've even seen some documentaries where they piss on the drug to make it more potent. I mean, you really don't know what's going on as far as the drug or whatever unless you grow it yourself. So you really don't know exactly what's in the drug and what they're mixing up inside of the drug to make it have the effect that it has. And many people are finding out that actually that they're mixing certain other drugs into the marijuana to make it more addictive. And not only that, but to actually counteract and to close the third eye, and to make you more so dependent on the drug. And that's the reason why I mainly do not condone smoking weed, is because if you're not growing it yourself, which is totally illegal to do here in the United States, if you're not growing it here yourself, then I would suggest that you use this drug, period. And the reason for this is because you don't know what they're doing to this drug. I mean, you really don't know what they're doing to this drug. And it's just like not cool to put something in your body if you don't know exactly where it came from. And I know we eat a lot of foods and we don't know what they're doing to the foods, but that's why we got to eat organic foods. Because the good thing about food is they have certain laws. In order for a food to be passed as certified organic, it has to meet certain requirements. So we know as far as the food is concerned, if we're eating organic foods, 9 times out of 10, we know this food is clean. Whereas with the marijuana, there is no laws that basically will protect the weed smoker from getting some weed that's impure. So, I mean, they could be mixing up anything. Now they have another form of weed out here that many people, like many of the older people might not be aware of, but a lot of the young people like it. It's the Kush weed, and the Kush weed is actually genetically modified. I mean, believe it or not, it's actually like a genetically modified strand of weed, and it has more THC. It was made to be more potent. And it's basically a strand of weed that is much more potent. But again, I mean, you don't know exactly what they did in the laboratory to genetically modify those marijuana seeds to grow the Kush weed. So now, like back in the days, I mean, like back in the days of the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Mayans and different shamans and priests, they would smoke the weed to experience certain astral planes and to travel, to go on certain levels, to get answers from the spirit realm, and they would come back and they would come before their tribe, and they would present the information that they received from the spirit world from smoking the weed, and even mushrooms. They would do the mushrooms, the ayahuasca. They would use that or whatever, which is another psychedelic drug or whatever that sedates you and puts you into a state where you automatically go into the realm of the third eye and the sixth chakra, which is located here. It automatically takes you there, and weed does do that. I mean, weed will open up your third eye, but it's temporary. And another reason why I don't condone it is because it has a adverse effect on various other parts of your body and other chakras. And as many of you know, I mean, if you're going to get into the chakra system, you have to have the chakra system balanced. I mean, your body has a certain amount of chakras or whatever, and they have to be balanced. So if you're like doing weed or whatever, smoking weed, and it's like over excessively, the thing is that you're now imbalancing your chakra system, because you're opening up the sixth chakra. What you're doing, you're experiencing these high astral states of awareness, but then you're actually closing certain other chakras, like especially your throat chakra, because you're smoking the weed, so it's actually blocking your throat chakra. It's actually messing up your colon, it's going down into the root chakra. Even smoking weed has a tendency to speed up the heart rate, which is not good for the heart chakra. So smoking weed, though it may help you to open up your third eye temporarily, it won't help you overall, because it'll actually cause an imbalance in your chakra system. Now, another reason why you shouldn't smoke weed, very important reason why you shouldn't smoke weed, is because it has long-term effects. It has long-term effects on the chakra system. It can cause you to become, I guess you can lose like a certain amount of intelligence. I mean, you can lose brain cells. And it's hard to get some of those brain cells back. I mean, it does like long-term damage in smoking weed. And most people that smoke weed, they don't just do it once to open up their chakras. They become dependent on it, and they do it every day because they're trying to cover up something. The reason why they're trying to cover up something is because they're not happy with a certain state of their life or a situation in their life, so they constantly want to be high. And I know because I'm speaking from experience. It's just like any other drug. So they smoke this drug or whatever to basically to escape, because they have a strong Neptune in their chart, and you know they're tired of the bullshit in the matrix. So many conscious people smoke weed, and I understand. I mean, if you work in a certain job, or if you're just in a certain state of your life where you're just not happy, you might retreat to using this drug. But again, it has long-term effects that are not good for the human body, and that really can actually put you into a state where you attract certain negative entities into your life as well. Because when your third eye is open like that, you're not opening it under a controlled state or environment through like meditation, but you're opening it like very suddenly, because you're getting high and just boom, it's like your third eye is just open, and you can attract certain negative psychic entities into your life when you get into the smoking of the weed. And there was a lot of things that I had to cleanse from when I quit smoking weed myself. A lot of negative demons that I had to cleanse from smoking the weed. Now, there are ways to open up the third eye naturally, and you can be high all the time, beloved, believe it or not. I know all of you know that I promote crystals heavy. There's certain crystal meditations that you can do. You can combine certain crystals together, and you can put those crystals together and be in a state of just bliss. I mean, high all the time, and there's no side effects to it. It's like nothing adverse as far as like you putting these crystals together. It's no harm that's going to be done to your body. It's totally kosher, 100%. And you don't have to smoke it, because like anytime you have to smoke anything, it's not good for the body or whatever, because it's not good for the blood. Smoking something is not good for the blood system. I don't care what it is. I mean, you just shouldn't smoke. So that's another reason why the weed is just not good. But there is ways to, as far as even in your diet, changing your diet. There's certain foods that you can eat that will send you to a state of bliss and will just have you high all the time. Especially when you couple it with a systematic form of meditation and a systematic form of putting together the crystals. Like I was saying, I mean, you can eat alkaline foods, beloved. I got to a point where the alkaline foods is what helped me to get off of smoking weed, because as I was eating the alkaline foods, I got to a point where I didn't even need the weed anymore. Like literally, I didn't go through withdrawal really or anything when I stopped smoking weed, because I mean, it was only hard for like maybe a couple of days, but I was like eating alkaline foods and meditating, and I was just like vibrating on such a high level spiritually that I really didn't even need the marijuana anymore, or you know what I'm saying? So that's basically my views on smoking weed. I mean, under certain circumstances and ritualistic forms of meditation, if you were getting it from a clean source that's outside the United States, I would say yeah, you could smoke weed, maybe like in like a ritual, which means that you're only going to do it like once every 3 or 4 months. It's not something that you're going to be doing every day. And I think that it's cool to do it that way, but then again, you have to make sure that it's clean and that you're getting it from a clean source. So that's my views on smoking weed or whatever. It's just that it's just not really cool, because like I said, there's ways to experience states of bliss, and you can go around that by not doing the drug at all or whatever. Like you don't even need to put it into your body or whatever. And if you're like a shaman and you are somebody that's consulting the spirit realm for people, like I said, it's cool to do that, but even the shamans only did it like once every 3 months or something like that. They didn't do it every day, and most people get addicted to it. They don't have any self-control, and that's why I just don't condone it, because it's like, I mean, like really anything that controls you is like not good for you. Like I'm like all about freedom, 100% freedom. So if it's something that's holding you down, and that goes for anything, love, sex, money, food, if it's controlling you to the point where you can't just go and just like kind of like just walk away and let go and just jump on an airplane and don't need it again, then it's not for you. And many people, like many weed smokers, create a lot of fear too, because they don't want to do certain things because they know they can't get on airplanes and do certain things because they know that they can't get their weed. So it kind of controls their life. It makes them live their life a certain kind of way. So I don't condone anything that controls your life. So that's my views on smoking weed. I'm not knocking it for the weed smokers. You know, peace and love to you. But for me, I mastered it. I'm above it. And I have many friends that do it. But like I said, I mastered it and I'm above it. So with that, I hope you learned something. If you have any more questions, or if you want to go into a guided meditation to help you to free yourself from smoking weed, you can send me an email at 13scienceastrology@gmail.com, or you can go on my website up under the rituals, and I can take you through a guided meditation that will help you to master the smoking of weed. My website is 13scienceastrology.com. I thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you have a successful and prosperous day. Peace.